Thank you for joining me again. I'm here today with Caroline Malandrin,
Yes.
who's a Brazilian TV producer. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Now, a lot of people are going to be sitting here wondering, what is a Brazilian TV producer doing in Emory, Virginia on our studio? So tell me a little bit about how you got here.
Well, I'm one of the members of this group of studies from Rotary International Foundation. So every year, just districts, just clubs, they select people all over the world to do some professional exchange. So you need to be between 25 and 40 years old. And there's the selection, and they select 5 members to send to another country. So this year, our district sent us to Southwest Virginia,
yeah.
and East Tennessee. And in May, a group from here is going to Brazil.
Oh, that's very exciting.
Yes. So, yeah, that's how I end up here.
All right. So tell me a little about some of the things that you've been doing while you're here. I know you've been traveling.
Yes.
So tell me about the places you've been so far.
Okay, so we are here for 5 weeks. This is our 4th week here. We've been to different areas. Every week we get to spend with a different host family in a different area. So the first week we were in Alta Vista, the second week in Marion, the third week in Johnson City, Tennessee. This week we are staying in Abington, and next week we are going to Blacksburg and Christiansburg area. So we've been seeing lots of stuff. We have our vocational days. Mm-hmm. Each of us get to go to, to visit some place that has your area of mm-hmm. interest. So I've been visiting some TV channels, and the other members, they are visiting like what they.
Right, so tell me a little bit about some of the places that you've gone on your vocational days.
Okay, yeah, I went to WSCT in Lynchburg. Mm-hmm. Then in Marion, they don't have a TV channel, right. So I got to go to 2 radio stations and 1 local newspaper. Last week, I went to Channel 11 in Johnson City. And today I went to Channel 5 in Bristol, which is it's an NBC affiliate.
WCYB.
Exactly.
It is WCYB.
So many W's.
And now you're here at EHC-TV.
Exactly, EHC-TV.
Which is not quite the same kind of production, but we'll pretend like it is.
It's pretty cool.
So you were saying that you all have different professions, the 5 of
yes,
you. Now,
exactly.
What are some of their professions, and where are they going during their vacation
so days? One of them is a language teacher, so mm-hmm. he teaches English and Spanish. The other one is a psychologist, but he works in human resources for this huge bank in Brazil. The other one owns 2 language institutes, mm-hmm. and the other one is a dentist. So they've been visiting, whenever they find this area for them. So it's been really different. We get to compare how do you do here and how we do, and we can bring some ideas, or sometimes we can even get to give some ideas to the professionals right. here. So it's a good exchange it's really good.
Now, we talked a little bit before the interview about the differences you've seen between your station and the news mm-hmm. stations you visited here. And I know I've interned at news stations around here, so I'm used to that. So tell me a little bit about the differences between a Brazilian TV mm-hmm. station like where you work, or the ones you visited here.
Okay, so first of all, many stations here are going totally digital. Mm-hmm. That's good. We still have some time to go totally digital. The other difference, some TV channels, they don't have the photographers anymore. Right. What they call like digital reporters, something right. like that. So you get to do pretty much everything
on your own.
And in Brazil, we still have the photographers, and I hope we'll have them for a long time, because I think it helps a lot.
Right.
It's hard to do, to report and do the shooting at the same time. What else? Some functions are different, like here the photographer also do edition. We have a different professional to do that.
Yeah, the editing afterwards.
Yes, and here production and edition, like text edition, is kind of the same. We also have like different professionals to do each of this, so it's kind of different.
Yeah, definitely. We've all noticed how everyone's kind of having to learn a lot of different aspects of communication.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your TV station in Brazil. You said it's an educational TV station.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your job and what your TV station
Oh,
puts
well,
out.
my channel is like what we call corporative channel. To compare, is if, for example, it's if McDonald's had their own TV channel and they broadcast for every branch in the U.S. So our business is language education. So we have like over 1,000 schools over Brazil, and we broadcast to these schools. So we have some training programs for teachers. We have educational programs. We have some entertainment too, like music and about movies. So it's not like really crazy as it is in a open broadcast, but it is really interesting. It's small, so you get to learn a lot. I do production. I do editing sometimes shooting if they need, So it's fun.
Well, that's a really great experience for you, and you have one more week left with this program, and then you're going to spend 2 weeks in New York.
Yes, after that I'm going to take some time, private time, and go to New York City. I used to live there. I lived there for 2 years and a half, so I have some friends there, host family, and want to visit all of them.
Well, we wish you the best of luck with the program and have fun in New York. It's one of my favorite places, and thank you so much for coming on today. It was great to hear a little bit about your experience. All right, now we're going to go to Leanne to hear a little bit about some sports.